Our listeners, so-called believers and unbelievers, the case of the FITNA video has demonstrated the menacing and sinister power of fundamentalist Mohammedan Muslim threat of terror to humiliate our governments and forcing them to submit to their dictates. In reality, they have humiliated and subjugated us, the free peoples of the democracies, since our governments are only our elected representatives. In a nutshell, this is a personal insult and an affront to all of us and to our beliefs. Mr. Geert Wilders' FITNA video was not deceiving its audience, nor was it misleading them, since the whole sequence is based upon pictures of the verses of the Quran as they are written there, as well as videos of their deeds of barbarity. Nor did it show anything more than what we have been watching in horror for the last decades of Mohammedan Muslim acts of terror: hijacking, beheadings, kidnapping, mass murder of unarmed and innocent civilians, both among the so-called believers as well as the unbelievers. There was not a single item that cannot be found in their Quran or on the web. In fact, Mr. Wilder copied about 10 minutes worth of video from one of the most informative and revealing DVD programs ever produced upon the subject of radical Islam, called Obsession, which is 1 hour 33 minutes long, that any of our listeners can Google and buy if interested, or watch thousands of mind-boggling recorded programs of Mohammedan Muslim videos in their Arabic language from all over the Mohammedan world on www.memory.com, the Middle East Media Research Institute, with subtitles, each of which more revealing and more horrifying than FITNA. I am advertising the above because they contain materials 1,000 times more lethal to Mohammedan Islam than FITNA could ever be. Would our media call anyone who recites sentences from Hitler's Mein Kampf and showing films of Nazi atrocities as anti-German or anti-Christian? Why do they call Mr. Wilder anti-Muslim when he is only revealing the verses of the Quran as they exist in their original Arabic? Why call anyone who reveals the facts about the contents of the Quran anti-Muslim, while the vile Quranic verses against all human beings who do not believe as they do are not called anti-human, racist, or anti-unbelievers? Why do the media viciously and without any knowledge label him racist when he is doing his utmost to keep his country Christian and democratic? Why are they so morally and intellectually challenged that they are attacking the messenger and not the message of the Quran? The Mohammedans also threatened and attempted to silence Miss Hershey Ali. They murdered Van Gogh. They prohibited Mrs. Wafa Sultan from ever being interviewed by any Mohammedan organization. All of us can understand why the followers of Muhammad need to suppress any and all videos or information that reveal the facts about their cult belief system. What I find unforgivable and unpardonable are those from the media, politicians, academia, and such other fellow travelers in our democracies who are siding and consorting with, aiding and abetting the very people who would slaughter them under Sharia law. I accuse the media of creating a vile circus of misinformation and deliberate perversion of what FITNA is all about. I accuse our providers on the net of an incredible degree of cowardice in the face of the threat of retaliation and silencing our freedom of expression. I accuse our politicians of caving in to Mohammedan pressure and undermining our democracies. I accuse our religious leaders of stupidity and total ignorance of the dire consequences of ignoring that the Mohammedans are doing to Christians and other so-called unbelievers in all the Islamic world, but groveling to them in our democracies. I accuse the majority of the people in our democracies who remain deafeningly silent in the face of the greatest threat to human civilization, when in fact each one of them counts if only they decided to act. I accuse the followers of Muhammad of an obscene degree of hypocrisy, mendacity, and racism, compounded with a pathological and depraved indifference to facts, reality, morality, compassion, mercy, loyalty, and freedom of expression. Where are our leaders going to draw the line? When are they going to stand up tall and retaliate instead of walking on bended knees?